Well, let's talk about Ridham Desai's latest note, and it really is an interesting one. So he, in his earlier strategy reports, has been pointing out that the rally will get broader from here on. That is something which he has pointed out, but he's never pointed out that it will go on to the mid cap and the small cap side of the market. This recent India strategy report, which he has written, completely points out to what's happening as far as the broader markets are concerned, which means small and the mid cap side of the market. He starts by saying that here is the time for mid cap and the small cap side of the market. It is something which is done in underperformance for over last 30 months, which means since about 2018 start. It has not particularly done that well. And there were 2-3 reasons for that, whether you talk about demonetization, the impact that GST had, various other fundraising issue, all of this is something which they have spoken about. But they're saying after this light of underperformance for 30 months, with the broader markets rallying in the last 4 to 5 months, and now things looking on the upside as far as economic recovery is concerned, it's time for mid cap and small cap or the rally to get broader from here on. Now, when they point out about really what's happening, and so they believe that a lot of government measures have been taken place for the MSME pack, for funding, for various other sectors, and that is something which will have long-term implications as far as continued GDP growth is concerned. In the light of that, with larger markets performing, with the underperformance of small cap and the mid cap index over the last 30 months, it is making the valuations of small and the mid cap space look relatively attractive versus to the other pack. And that is something which he is alluding to into this. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to go and buy all the small and the mid cap space. It's a very, very broadened space. And they particularly have a list that one should actually go ahead and buy. So that is what they are advising their clients. But they overall believe that, the numbers, the overall leverage to the GDP, which means once the growth starts, which they believe will start, it is something where the mid cap and the small cap will grow much faster than what you've seen earlier. So that's something which they are seeing, and that is something which they are advising their clients. Now, within some of the names, the list is pretty large in terms of which names they like, what they like. But in the financial pack, they are advising Aditya Birla Capital, M&M Financials, both the Shriram group of companies. So that is something which how they would like to, go ahead and play the financial pack. From the consumption pack, Crompton Greaves Consumer, Jubilant Foodworks are a part of that list. From the so-called hard economy stocks, they like Tata Power, they like Bharat Electronics. Bharat Electronics recently has done particularly well after the huge decisions that have been taken in the defense sector as a whole. Names like IGL make it over there. Real estate companies like Prestige, Shobha, Apollo Hospital from the pharma or the healthcare pack is also something which they like. So that's something which essentially they are pointing out towards their client. Be selective. Rally will get broader from here on, and that's something which they are looking at Morgan Stanley.